Episode 12, The Flight Stuff.
Is it really the name of it?
Yes.
Wow.
They were doing pretty good with their titles, and then this.
It's as bad as the Terrible
Tubes.
Tubes.
Yeah, this took a dip. In short, the writers have a new recruit.
Because the twins were messing with Snotlout and convinced him he was dying.
Oh, no, this is how the whole episode kicks off.
Yeah.
I've seen the signpost of Valhalla. I'm
Which
gonna
is
die.
a very real thing.
Were all of those signposts accurate?
No, those were not entirely. Maybe they were. Let's Google it.
Well, while she looks that up, Snotlout's dying.
In quotes.
Yeah. If you've seen the second movie before this, you pretty much knew that this was really a, quote, bogus episode because he's not dying. Because if he was, then who's that guy riding Hookfang in the second movie?
In Norse mythology, Valhalla, from Old Norse Valhall, Hall of the Slain, is a majestic, enormous hall located in Asgard, ruled over by the god of Odin. Chosen by Odin, half of those who die in combat travel to Valhalla upon death, led by Valkyries, while the other half go to the goddess Freya's field, Folkvanger. Let's read the rest of that. Okay. In Valhalla, the dead join the masses of those who have died in combat. As various legendary Germanic heroes and kings, they prepare to aid Odin during the events of Ragnarok, which is the fall of Asgard. Before the hall stands the golden tree, Glacier, and the hall ceiling is thatched with golden shields. Various creatures live around Valhalla, such as all these things I can't pronounce. Valhalla is... that's not important. Where are the 5 signposts?
Can you control F?
Not on the phone. Let's search this one. I think that's the same thing. Water influence. See also notes.
Nothing really.
Links. Hold on. Let's find a new link. Here's an actual mythology site.
But overall, they go through trying to train Gustav, the kid that's not allowed bought in gem of a different color, to replace him, essentially. Snotlout pushes for it, and the gang eventually accepts it to try to convince Snot that he's not dying.
So here's the kind of paradise Valhalla was. The dead there live a life would have been envy of any Viking warrior. All day long they fight one another, doing countless valorous deeds along the way. But every evening all of their wounds are healed and they are restored to full health. Meat comes from the boar. Wow. How did one gain entrance to Valhalla? Provides a drug statement. 13th century Islamic scholar. Paganism. According to story, those who die in battle are taken to Valhalla, while those who die of sickness or of old age find themselves in hell. Okay. So it's because you died in battle. The underworld. Okay. The tale of the death of Baldur, who was killed violently and was nevertheless born to hell. Probably wasn't entirely.
But overall, decent episode, lots of comedy. But
Okay, there's nothing about signposts, but there's an entire book on it called The Viking Spirit, so...
well, if I can't find anything, I'll put it in the video.
Five signposts. Okay, that's the... what is this?
Oh, that's the episode.
Yeah, okay, that's fandom related. Let's find the actual 5 signposts. Here we are. maybe. This page is in Latin. Translate to English. We're not going there.
I don't speak that much Latin.
That's also in Latin. Okay, we're not going to find it
Yeah.
on here, because after that it's nothing but this episode.
Yeah.
So back to this episode.
Not much, really. I mean, we got to see Dagger again. And he's testing out this new weapon.
Which didn't work very well. Berk got smart and made their nets out of metal. His were still rope. And as Gustav demonstrated, they burst into flames.
Yeah. But I'm sort of mixed about this episode because really there's some discrepancies.
Gustav is voiced by a very obvious man.
Mm-hmm. A high-pitched man voice, but
He's probably a teenager, but they should have gotten an actual 10-year-old instead of an actual 15-year-old. Because
yeah.
Hiccup is voiced by an adult, as is most of the rest of them.
But it works.
It works, but Gustav was voiced by a 15-year-old, and that did not work. Because small body, big voice, not work.
Mm-hmm. Gustav's 10. So
Yeah, or younger. Probably 10.
something like that.
Yes, 10 or 12, maybe. Probably 10.
Most I'll push it to a 13.
He's probably 10.
Wait, no, because he shows up again in Race to the Edge, and he's like 15. 14, 15.
So he's 5 years younger than them. So he's
3. Race to the Edge takes place 3 years after this
Okay.
section.
So
So,
he's 12.
I guess.
10 to 12.
Yeah, but
He's a preteen. He's a tween.
mm-hmm. And we can sort of, he acts like a normal kid. I mean, he wants to prove himself, and he wants to be a dragon rider.
And then he screams
And-
like a little girl.
Yeah, but then again, that's what kids do. They see other people do something, and
They want to imitate. Yeah.
yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah. Sadly,
Motorcycles, football.
Sadly, he chooses the worst role model ever.
I think Fish Legs would have been a better role model.
Hiccup would have been far better. I mean,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to model themselves after the one who rides the only known Night Fury. I mean, sure, a Monstrous Nightmare is cool with its handlebar horns and...
Like a motorcycle,
Yeah,
essentially.
it really is. I mean, and Snotlout's very much a bad boy. I mean, he's got a ripped shirt that's... He doesn't even bother to cinch it closed. If you pay attention, his shirt ripped,
Yeah.
and it's half cinched, but it's like...
Hiccup is sort of the same way, but...
But that's actually how they close the shirts
Yeah.
up, so it stays comfortable around the neck. But he doesn't even bother. He's just got the strings there for show. It's just like... I mean...
like his pecs are just ripping
Yeah.
through his shirt.
Literally, he probably has been wearing the same shirt for 3 years, but the problem is he grew some muscle when he hit puberty, so his muscle ripped the shirt about 2 inches more. Because originally it was probably just about here. And then he hit puberty and it ripped about here, and he's just like, okay, we'll put a few extra strings in, let's not bother to pull that closed.
Impress the ladies.
Now he
Yeah,
needs
no.
a bit of...
But I do appreciate that they made Gustav act like an actual kid. He wants to
a
prove
little bit,
himself.
yeah.
They could have done a bit better on the voice, but I can
Mhm.
look past that. My biggest complaint is the dragon.
He very much wants to be Snotlout. I mean, he proved that with what he named his dragon.
I will give you all one guess as to what he names this dragon. One guess.
Fanghook. He might as well just change his name to Loutsnot.
Yeah. I mean,
it made it quite clear who his idol is there, and it even ticked Snotlout off. I mean, you couldn't even try to name your dragon something original.
the fact, well, the interaction between Hook, Fang, and Gustav was cute.
Mm-hmm.
But
They really very much were a mini Snotlout and Hook Fang in like every essence, and they might have actually done that on purpose, but it's just really
yeah, I mean,
you couldn't make it original. I think he could have ridden a terrible terror. That
Yeah,
would have worked. It would have fit him too.
he said whatever when he found some terrible terrorists, and they
That's
proceeded to
very
attack
much.
him.
Yeah, that's very much a Snotlout thing, though,
Yeah,
because he's just like.
I mean, I would have
terrible
loved it. I would have gladly picked a terror. I mean, you can sleep with them.
terror. Yeah, you can do a lot. I mean, airmail,
Airmail, have them sit on your shoulder.
train it to steal people's stuff. Major distraction in battle.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how cute it is. It can sing!
Not to mention, they can also, they're actually quite stealthy as well.
Yeah, that.
They're small. You're not, I mean, you're gonna notice a monster's nightmare,
Yep.
but a terror you're not really gonna notice.
I mean, could you imagine this redone with a terrible terror? It would like sneak in to the outcast base camp and just single-handedly disarm the weapon.
Yeah, just one well placed shot of fire, and
Yeah, and it just pulls a couple pins out with his mouth, and yeah,
whole thing comes crashing down.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I get what they were trying to do with the whole monster's nightmare thing, but if you're not gonna put in a new dragon, I would have rather
Or done
had
something original.
yeah, but
Maybe he could have found a Typhoonerang baby.
yeah, Torch the second.
Because that would have been an even better fit, because they're slightly bigger than Terrible Terrors, so he'd fit it perfectly, and it'd
and when it grows up,
be
it
trainable.
yeah.
And when it grows up, it'd fit him as he grew up.
Yeah. I mean, even a young natter would have worked.
Yeah.
But
I think he called them Natters too spiky. What are they?
natters are a great choice for a beginner.
And when you want to talk about spiky, a monstrous nightmare is just as spiky, it just can't throw the spikes.
Yeah, so... But then again, it's not really hyped up to nightmares.
Yeah. And again, you gotta imitate your idol.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad they did keep Gustav.
And then eventually he'll be an actual dragon rider.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
When they give him enough credit and he's not as clumsy. That kid hit his head off the ground more times than I have in my life.
Yeah, but... I can't say anything more. Decent episode, but... Could have been a bit more original.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. I believe the next episode is called Free Scaldy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there something to do with the Skuldrin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They had to bring one of those back eventually.
Yeah, they only gave it one episode and sort of two.
Yeah, sort of two in when Hiccup was a prisoner on Outcast. That was
Yeah, that's it.
beyond its introduction, it hasn't had much
Screen time.
screen time.
But you might like it, but this is not one of my favorites.
Okay. We'll see.
Bye.